Howdy everybody, Dave here with Nelson Creek Farms coming to you on Sunday the 12th of November 2023. A little update to do for you all on what I've been doing with the tractors and some of the other stuff around the place. So sit tight, I'll get right with it. Before I get started in today's video, I'd like to thank all of the new subscribers to the channel. We've managed to hit 600 and we keep going up. So hopefully I'm doing something right. If not, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you do like it, well, keep the comments coming. And speaking of the new subscribers, I want to give a huge shout out to Alvis over at Old Red Tractors. If I can't get it in the description somewhere or up here or wherever, Old Red Tractors on YouTube. That's all you got to do. Look him up. Great guy. Lots of help. Maybe not physically because he's on the other end of the country, but yeah, a lot of phone calls back and forth between the two of us. Keeps my sanity going, if you can call it that. So once again, Alvis over at Old Red Tractors, thank you. Your mention on your channel got my channel, Nelson Creek Farms, a good shot in the arm and got us above 600. So, thank you again. But before we get started in what we're doing today, did you know everyone has the right to be stupid? Yeah, it's just that some people are idiots and take advantage of the situation. And before I forget, there's another little update I want to update you on. Yeah, so here we go. It's something that we covered under one of the tips and tricks videos that I did about fluorescent lighting and LED tube replacements. After about 20 minutes, the bottom one down here is completely fried. The top one is on its way out, and as you can see, regular fluorescent bulbs are working in these cheap lights. Yeah. So, do I recommend the LEDs? Well, if they work in your lights, yes. If you want to spend the money and you can't find fluorescents, by all means, go ahead, but just make sure they're not cheap light fixtures like these are. Yeah, they just absolutely destroyed those lights. But the way I look at it, I got at least $1 and a nickel out of them per minute of use. Yeah, or something like that. Today's topic is what I'm doing with that thing. Yeah, that little Allis Chalmers B. That's going to have to be my cultivating tractor for 2024. Stinky could do it, but this thing runs, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't burn any oil. And if the hydraulic pump works, I got some stuff coming for this thing that's going to make this a very useful tractor. So let's jump into it. What I got was a 3-point hitch set up for the back end of that little Allis Chalmers Model B tractor. I got this from OK Tractor, which I'm assuming is Oklahoma Tractor, if I remember correctly. I actually got this on sale off of eBay. They actually had a discounted deal going on, and it's too good to pass it up. It saved me quite a little bit of money on this, purchasing this. Anyway, it comes with this main cross beam that runs here and 2 support brackets there and there. These down here at the bottom bolt to the drawbar loop on either side, and they have a round sleeve welded up here to the top that the top cross shaft or rock shaft, depending on who you are and what you're talking about, hooks into. Now, I'm not at all crazy about that thin wall tubing they put up here. Personally, I think it needs to be a little heavier stuff, and there are no grease fittings. So I'd like to hear from you, see what your thoughts are about drilling a hole in there before I mount this and putting grease fittings in this to lubricate that shaft. Now, yeah, it's going to be what they call a 0 RPM deal, meaning it's not going to be spinning, it's just going to be going up and down, and it probably lasts me a lifetime the way it is. But I would like to hear what your thoughts are about drilling holes here and here on this piece and adding a grease zerk. It comes with a brand new hydraulic cylinder. I believe it is a 2-inch cylinder that attaches to this piece right here, and the other end with a pin hooks into here. This thing attaches to the right housing for the axle. Yeah, the right axle housing. I got to undo some bolts and install these, and this is going to probably be the most complicated thing of the whole part of the installation. Yeah, and of course, these two things here that are still connected with steel banding are the lift arms that bolt on here and here with a pair of pins. And then, of course, I have adjustable links there and there to go between the lift arms that the implement's hooked to and the lifting arms that are welded to the rock shaft here. So, yeah, that is the complete thing to put a 3-point hitch on the back of the little Allis Chalmers Model B tractor. Honestly, I have about as much into that 3-point hitch set up for that thing from OK Tractors as I do for purchasing the tractor. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to make it a usable tractor around the farm, and right quick. I managed to make a real quick trip over to my buddy Dale's place at the Iron Mound Farm, aka the shopping mall. I was only going to be there for a few minutes to do a little quick shopping, but ended up being there for a few hours and found these items. What I was looking for, I found. I found a set of 3-inch wide, 15-inch rims for the little Allis Chalmers B. I found 3 of them. Only got 2 here now. I've got to go over and get the third one there from the Iron Mound Farm. But I also came across a cast flywheel cover for the B's and the A's, and another ignition switch, amp meter, box, that sort of thing for that Allis B, just in case you need it. Plus a oil filter contraption where the oil filter hooks on. What it was really after was just that little 1/8-inch tubing on there. But yeah, that's a Allis Chalmers filter assembly or base for the B's, the C's, the RC, the CA. Yeah, and then this is that front cover. Just got it because it doesn't have any extra holes in it. I've also received a pair of 400 by 15 tires, triple rib tires for that thing. And let me tell you, well, they're small like a rubber band, but they are correct for the Allis Chalmers Model B, C, CA, I believe, as an option. And they were also used on the Massey Harris Pony, which later became the Massey Ferguson Pony. So that's as far as I know of those skinny little tires and what they've been used on. There may be other things, but that's it for what I know. I also managed to pick up a set of 4 15-inch rims that'll fit the 1980 Ford farm truck. These are the Bronco style with the fancy little hubcap. These are supposed to have a little red insert in the middle of them. And then there's the chrome ring that's only on that one that goes around it. So a little bit of work to do on those. So I'll have to sand them down, paint them, and get the parts and pieces for it. But that'll maybe snazz up that pickup a little bit. Not that it looks bad now. For all of you longtime viewers and subscribers to my channel, I bet you didn't know something about me. Yeah, my snoring. Yeah, scares the heck out of the people that are riding with me in the car while I'm driving. Things are looking pretty shaky at the in-town job, so I really need to concentrate next spring on getting the fresh produce thing going, or at least hay production on the farm. If not, the sweet corn maize set up, and maybe a pumpkins for a pumpkin patch with gourds and all that sort of thing. So that's what the goal is for 2024. So if you want to see one guy going nuts trying to do all this work, stay tuned, keep watching. On the tips and tricks video number 2374, which was the one before this last one, I had made a couple of offhanded comments about EV vehicles that none of you caught. I'm really amazed that none of you come up with some smart aleck comment replying back to me about EVs not having radiators or gas tanks. Yeah, I can't believe y'all missed that. Now I know who's watching. Yeah. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's little episode of what I've been up to at the farm. I'm in the middle of a 6-day straight work schedule at the in-town job. Don't know how much longer that's going to hold up. But anyway, that's another whole nightmare story. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Appreciate all the new subscribers, and I appreciate it if you're just following along and haven't subscribed yet, if you would. And if you would click on that big red thing right down there that says subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Don't forget, leave a comment in the comment section, especially on about the grease zerk fittings, if you think we should put one on each end of that rock shaft for that lift on the back end of that little Allis. Anyway, be safe, be kind, and be courteous to your fellow humans. We'll catch up with you later. I'm Farmer Dave, signing out. Bye-bye for now.